Welcome to the We of All Humanity website.
My name is Daniel G. Mathias. I was born in Waterloo, Iowa on August 24, 1948 and raised with 6 siblings on a farm near Wheeling, Iowa. The We of All Humanity website is the culmination of over 20 years of writing and, more importantly, becoming emotionally, intellectually balanced by removing the ego bridge unintentionally put in place by the generational effect of black-white parenting with fear, like lamal, before the age of 2. The 24 books on the website, which includes 14 adult and 10 books for children, barely scratch the surface on the depth of the integration of simple truth into human language and daily life by the creator of humanity. All of the books, with the exception of A Thing of Beauty in an Ugly World, penned in my birth name, were written under my pen name, Michael Michel Mathias. All of the books are available in paperback at Amazon Books and in a PDF format. Revenue will be used for humanitarian purposes. The website is called The We of All Humanity because the delicately balanced atmosphere of the home planet does not adhere to man-made political boundaries. And unless the We of All Humanity unites behind the common cause of saving humanity by eliminating hydrocarbon fuel pollution, the We of All Humanity will become a mere memory within the trusting, tender, truthful, one true God, the me. The global warming page of the website is composed of 5 books. The book titled The Delicate Balance Undone is basically 200 pages of scientific data documenting the impact hydrocarbon fuel pollution has had on the delicate interrelationship between the atmosphere, oceans, and cryosphere, which is all of the ice on the home planet. Any reasonable human being who reads the information presented will understand global warming is a scientific fact, not an unsubstantiated opinion. The book, The Climate Change Holocaust and Ego Architecture, explains the role architectural pollution, which includes the production of electricity, have on human health in terms of outdoor air pollution and climate change-related extreme weather events. The outdoor air pollution associated with the combustion of hydrocarbon fuels, coal, oil, and natural gas, has transformed the delicately balanced atmosphere into a deadly gas chamber and produced an industrial-scale murder not seen since the Holocaust of World War II. According to the World Health Organization, over 3 million people on the home planet die each every year from outdoor air pollution, and MIT found 200,000 Americans die annually from hydrocarbon fuel-related air pollution. The simple global warming solution is based on changing the energy source for producing electricity from hydrocarbon fuels to the non-polluting renewable source of wind, solar, and geothermal. Although not glamorous, geothermal should be the backbone of the renewable grid because geothermal is a 24/7 source that requires no battery backup. Once the renewable grid is in place, plug an all-electric building and electric car into the non-polluting grid, the problem solved. Research development should also be done to replace internal combustion engines using hydrocarbon fuel with compressed atmospheric nitrogen as the non-polluting electrical source. The United States should take the lead because becoming the first major oil-electric nation, because until 2007 the U.S. was the largest polluting nation on the planet, is still the world's largest major per capita polluter, 16.5 tons per person, compared to a world average of 5 tons, and is still the world's largest historical polluter. The book titled A Thing of Beauty in an Ugly World is based on the zero-carbon design study done by the author for a master's degree in sustainable design at Philadelphia University. Using passive design principles and the renewable energy sources of solar on arcing photovoltaic planes integrated into the sun path and a small vertical wind turbine, the research produced the first zero-carbon, off-the-grid, Fibonacci-based residential design on the planet without compromising the aesthetic quality of beauty. The author intends to build and use it as a display house to show the public that a renewable energy solution architecture for the global warming problem is already technologically feasible. Money trumps all. The title should be blatantly self-explanatory. The chapter titled Crimes of Depraved Indifference explains why Donald Trump and all of his hatchet men, such as Scott Pruitt and Andrew Wheeler, will be charged with second-degree murder for the increased number of deaths in the U.S. associated with this Make America Great Again hydrocarbon fuel pollution agenda. After being found guilty of second-degree murder, Donald Trump and all of his hatchet men will be tried at the International Court for Crimes Against Humanity because the death of over 3 million people each every year from hydrocarbon fuel air pollution and thousands from extreme weather is definitely a crime against humanity. The book, The Scientific Proof of the One True God to Me postulate, is included on the global warming page because humanity is betraying the trust of the Creator by destroying the delicate environmental balance on the one planet with life in the universe of God. The Scientific Proof of God postulate is based on the understanding of the author that the we of all humanity, the home planet, and the universe are integrated into the Creator of humanity, and is the only postulate ever written that can be scientifically tested to prove the Creator of humanity exists. The postulate is primarily based on the simple truth integrated into human language and the life of the author by the Creator of humanity. Although I was a real dandy in 1966 when I graduated from high school as class salutatorian, first team all-conference basketball player my senior year, class president 3 of 4 years, president of the National Honor Society, and admitted to Iowa State University with honors, I collapsed emotionally my first semester. One day while walking on the Iowa State campus in an unusually calm state, the thought, "You should be an architect," occurred to me. I realized then the thought was not my own, and it became an integral part of the Scientific Proof of God postulate decades later, because it planted the seed within to help me understand the we of all humanity is integrated into the Creator of humanity, and the Creator tries to guide every individual from within. This experience and understanding that the simple truth is integrated into human language eventually led to defining the frequency for the whisper of God as being 10 hertz, because of the 10 in the word tender associated with the tender whisper of God, and research found 10 hertz is the frequency of the brain in a calm state. The simple truth integrated into human language also helped establish the wavelength for the 10 hertz frequency of the whisper, because 1 angstrom is the unit of length equal to 10 to the minus 10th meter to measure electromagnetic wavelength. The Creator integrated the trusting, tender, truthful path into the internally passionate, trusting, tender, truthful, true blue lavender field, because the cells are vibrationally sensitive to the trusting, tender, truthful whisper of the one true God to me, which allows the Creator to guide every human being on the home planet from within. The simple truth integrated into daily life also includes using an experience that occurred in 1998 and the death of my true blue inert mother on the second month of the second day at 2 o'clock in 1999 to establish the frequency and wavelength for the energy used by the Creator to balance all of the terrestrial objects within the universe. While driving to a sales call on a clear, baby blue colored sky day in 1998, shortly after my left hand, shaped as though holding the ball, was raised involuntarily, and as I was looking at it, the car radio started cutting out for no apparent reason. It wasn't until reading a section on the electromagnetic spectrum in an earth science book on the 9th of September 2009 as a substitute teacher in a physics class that I finally understood the significance of the 1998 event of my car radio cutting out for no reason. My radio cutting out in 1998 and the electromagnetic spectrum having a radio wave portion is not coincidental. Is instead the simple integrated truth being used to scientifically prove the one true God to me. Because 10 to the 3rd to 10 to the 9th is the radio frequency range in hertz, and 10 to the 5th to 10 to the minus 1st is the range for the radio wavelength in meters. The death of my true blue inert mother on the second month of the second day at 2 o'clock in 1999 is meaningful, because on the day she was buried in a baby blue dress, given her last ride in a baby blue hearse, her favorite color was baby blue. I glanced up at the sky as I was walking out of the church and saw the sky was baby blue too. Not coincidentally, my father was also true blue nerd, because baby blue was his favorite color, and he chose to wear a baby blue jacket in the coffin. Using 222, the date of my mother's death, on the second month of the second day at 2 o'clock, as the wavelength in meters for the baby blue colored sky, means the frequency found by using simple proportioning on the electromagnetic scale is 850,000 hertz. The day of my mother's funeral has also been used to lay bare the total lack of affection associated with the generational effect of black-white parenting with fear, a lack of lamal before the age of 2, because I kissed my mother 3 times in the coffin, which is more lamal than I received from her in my entire life. While the Scientific Proof of God postulate on the global warming page is written in the non-conventional writing style use of color coding, all of the books on the adult books page and 6 of the books for children are written in the non-conventional style. The book titled The Non-Conventional Writing Style, Use of Color Coding on the adult book page explains why all of the elements and color coding in the style were used to lay bare the simple integrated truth. The style was developed over many years and includes the creation of entire language of terminology based upon the simple truth associated with the generational effect of black-white parenting with fear, a lack of lamal before the age of 2. The new terms include the creation of 2 words, lamal and lovnew. While lamal is defined as genuine, compassionate, tender, gentle, emotional, physical touch, lovnew was created from the first 3 letters of love, L-O-V, the first 2 letters of need, N-E, the first letter of want, W, to help humanity understand love comes first in the life of the individual being me, as God intended me to be. The following slides use the non-conventional writing style to lay bare the simple truth in the fundamental terminology related to the generational effect of black-white parenting with fear, a lack of lamal before the age of 2.